this is for Roman. Some people say there are many gods, each with a different purpose. So, for instance, there are gods for big things like money and romance, and there are gods for little things like scratching lottery tickets, or when you're running late for a meeting but can't find a parking space. There's a god for all those things. There's a god for every plant, every animal, mineral. There's a god for water, thunder, fire, and supposedly there's a god for every person, even me. But there was no God for you as you stood at the edge of the Amtrak platform, the blaring eye of the train bringing light to resolve your darkness. There was no God for you when many tons of cold, hard steel came barreling down the track, closing the distance between you and death. There was no God to tell you, stop. You don't have to do this. There are better ways to find salvation. No God to hold you back when your ankles lifted, your heels lifted, your toes lifted off the surface of this earth we share. When your body made impact with the face of the train. And when you fell, there was no God to catch you. So when my body buckled at the news of your suicide, when my forehead met the carpet, when my knees hit that hardwood floor, I was bowing down to no one. As far as I'm concerned, my desperate pleas of why, God, why, were prayers addressed to the silence you left in the wake of you, prayers to the empty air that I've had such a hard time breathing since you left. And some people say there's only one God. This is all part of his plan, they say. He works in mysterious ways, they say. Yeah, isn't that the same God who banished his children from paradise for being hungry? The same God who took away everything Job had just to see what he would do? The same God who abandoned his own son, left him hanging, broken and bloody when he did nothing wrong. I don't want that God. I don't want any God. I want someone big enough to fill this void you left, someone to apologize for letting you suffer so long. I want you. I want you here. I want you now. I want things to be the way they were before, back when you and I were born in a furnace of light, color, and dust. You and I floated in chaos until we found our forms as hot, bright stars. You and I were creators of a celestial commonwealth, between us spinning worlds and moons and galaxies, and you and I became a molten planet, and life sprang forth from us, and we grew tendrils, light-drinking leaves, and we kept evolving, crawling at first, then we found our strength, and we got off our knees, we stood up. Do you remember when we inhabited that beautiful time and space called existence, when it didn't matter if there was a heaven or hell, when it was irrelevant if some God up there loved us because you and I, in all our flawed humanity, we loved each other, and that was enough. So this last one is called I Will Not Drink Blood and Call It Wine. And